What's up, New Phoenixes? Thanks so much for tuning in to Elon's first and only live on air Are You Ready web show. We're really excited for all the information that we have for you today. We have a lot, and we're going to move through it pretty quickly. Alrighty, so the little background behind these Are You Ready shows. These are created to provide intellectual discussion between current Elon students, current faculty and staff, as well as you guys, the incoming students. And all this information that we've got for you today is really pertinent to the Elon first year experience and throughout your entire Elon career. So, my name is Sam Jones. I'm going to be one of your hosts this summer. I'm a rising senior at Elon. I also have the privilege of introducing our producer, Lori Shackle, who you might recognize from your emails.
Mm-hmm. I'm a senior just like Sam, and as he said, I am the producer for these web series, and I'll be here during each session this summer, and I'll be taking your questions to be answered live on air. So while you're watching the on-air session, on the right side there's a Q&A panel, and you should be able to type your questions in, and I'll ask them on the show.
And today we're going to be talking about different majors, so please, your questions, send them in. They're really valued today. We'd love to get a back and forth with the incoming students. So, as I said earlier, our topic today is going to be the majors, and today we've got, for this first session, the College of Arts and Sciences represented. So the interim dean here of the College of Arts and Sciences, Gaby Smith, is here.
Hi everybody, I'm Gaby Smith, interim dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
And we also have several students here, so if you guys want to go around, say your name, your major, as well as your year.
My name is Susie Massacre. I'm a rising senior, and I'm double majoring in biology and environmental and ecological science.
I'm Rachel Mahaffey. I'm a dance major, and I'm going to my senior year.
I'm Pamela Goodermuth. I'm a double major in religious studies and political science, minors in international studies and information science, and I'm going into my senior year.
And I'm Corey Nagel, and I'm a poli-sci major and also going into my senior year.
All right. So, Gaby, can you tell, or Dr. Smith, excuse me, could you please tell us a little bit about what the College of Arts and Sciences encompasses? I know there's a lot of majors involved.
Sure. The College of Arts and Sciences consists of 19 different departments, 42 different majors, and we're organized into different branches. So there's a social sciences branch, there's an arts and humanities branch, and there's a branch that consists of the natural, mathematical, and computational sciences. In addition to those majors, we have 3 interdisciplinary majors and a number of interdisciplinary and disciplinary minors available.
So I know a lot of students, when they're first coming in, they might not be sure exactly what major they want to pursue or what minors and what is even possible, whether like double majoring or what minors they should even include. So I'd love to have some of the students talk to us about how you went about figuring out exactly what you wanted to do, whether your advisor helped you in that.
Well, I started, and I knew I wanted to do biology. That was just something I kind of had in my mind in high school. But then I got into doing research, and I knew I really wanted to do that too. But I was really interested in more of the applications of biology rather than strictly the science part of it. And so that kind of fell more in with environmental studies than strictly with biology. And I was talking to some faculty members who might end up being my mentors, and I ended up making this really nice connection with a faculty member in environmental studies. And so once that hit the ground running, at first I tried to make the project fit within biology, but it just didn't end up working out that way, so I just decided to tag on an extra major.
Yeah, for me, I knew that I wanted to be a political science major when I came into college. The question for me was just picking out my minors, and I wanted to do, something that kind of fit in with political science. So I chose international studies as my first minor, and then I just this past summer picked up a policy studies minor as well because, I had enough time in my schedule, and I thought that it'd be interesting to do something more policy-based.
Coming in, I knew that I was really interested in political science, religious studies, international studies, all those. So I just really looked at the different classes that I could take and which ones would fit together. And then I took a computer science course just because to fill requirements, and I found that I really enjoyed it. And then I picked up another minor from it.
For me, coming into like the audition process to get into university performing arts programs, that started my senior year of high school. And I had in my mind that I wanted to major in theater or like double in English somehow. I didn't really think that I wanted to major in dance. This was the only school I auditioned for dance for. But once I got the letter saying that I got in to the dance program, I was so happy. It was so clear that this was what I wanted to be doing. But since I've been here, I'm in the situation where like I've had so many classes and so many other programs that I could pick up a minor at this point. It's just a matter of like what other classes I'm going to take.
We have a question actually connected to that a little bit. Someone asked, how long can I stay undecided and when do you have to commit to a major? And I can speak on this a little bit. I changed my major several times and I had so many different graduation plans with different combinations of majors and minors. And I really figured out my major and minor setup. I'm a policy studies major with minors in psychology, communications, and leadership studies. And I really just wanted to take classes that interested me. And in taking those classes, I kind of figured out, oh, this is what I want to do, or this is not for me at all. I started out thinking I wanted to be a marketing major, and I took my first business class and was like, oh, this is not going to work for me. But like Pamela was saying, if you just take classes that you're interested in, even if they're not necessarily something that you want to be doing for the rest of your life, getting those experiences kind of helps you figure out what you do like and what you are really good at. So I declared for the last time at the very beginning of my junior year. So you definitely have some leeway to explore. Would you guys think so?
Mm-hmm. And I'll jump in here and tell you that I've taught Elon 101, which is a course for first-year freshmen, first-year students. And I would say 2/3 of my students come in undeclared into Elon 101. Your Elon 101 instructor is your first advisor. So they will help you learn about the different majors. You'll create a 4-year plan that you will change every semester after that, but you'll create a 4-year plan to get you thinking about the types of majors that you're interested in, and they will stay your advisor until you declare a major, and then you will get an advisor in that major.
Okay. There's another question. Is there anything that can help me figure out my major? So in addition to Elon 101, are there certain classes you can take?
Well, a lot of the classes you'll be in your first year will help you in making that decision. There's a lot of resources on the advising website as well in terms of degree checklists, what can you do with different degrees. Each department has their own website as well that you can do some exploration there. And quite frankly, students talk to a lot of other students about their experiences, and that helps them declare, I think.
Yeah, I actually just recently became a communications minor, and it was a result of taking a production class while I was doing a Study USA program in Los Angeles. And I'd never taken a class at Elon in communications or in video production or video editing. And because I ended up taking that class, I realized that this is something that I would like to, be proficient in, something I'd like to be good at, and something I enjoyed. So I think that a lot of students end up coming to a major or a minor because of classes that they just end up taking.
And that's really the beauty of a liberal arts degree, is that you have a chance at Elon to explore those different classes and discover interests that you didn't know you had when you came here, and then run with it.
So you said that you worked as an Elon 101 advisor. How do you help students plot out their entire, I know you said it's going to change, but how do you, preliminarily help students plot out their entire college career?
Right. Part of, maybe because I'm a psychologist, I'm a psychology professor, I'll say part of it's psychological, because you really have to get past the pressure, that self-imposed pressure that, oh my gosh, I'm making a plan that I may change, and just accept that you are going to change that plan. And then your instructor and advisor will help you identify resources, and including the course catalog that not many students want to read, but it does. Every major is described in the course catalog, so you can plan it out over 4 years. The other key thing we ask students to do is think about the Elon experiences that they want to take part of while they're here. So plan ahead to take that semester abroad. Plan when you're going to take an internship, or do an internship in the summer, the winter term, or the regular semester. And by creating that 4-year plan and shuffling it around, you can really do everything you want to do. All the students on our panel here are typical of Elon students in that they're committed to many, many things.
On that note, what are some Elon experiences that you guys have been through that have helped you outside the classroom? So like internships and research and service and all the different things you can do.
Last fall, I got the opportunity to intern in Greensboro with Senator Hagan, and that was a very complicated time with everything that was going on in politics. And for me, it really helped me, even though I was a political science major, realize working in a political office may not be what I was really interested in.
Mhm.
So.
For me, I've had the opportunity every spring, this will be my fourth spring in senior year, to do a service project on campus that's called CHAMPS. It's a organization that's just offered for third, fourth, and fifth grade boys that are a part of the Burlington and Elon community. And twice a week they'll come out, and every session you'll have a different sports team from the school come out, and you'll help these kids learn different sports they may not have had experience with before. Like one of my favorite times is when the lacrosse team and the frisbee team come by, because the kids have never seen a lacrosse stick or a frisbee before and have never thought of it as a sport. But you see that their enjoyment from learning the new activities and from seeing like a college student as like their mentor really helps them grow up and them feel more confident with themselves. So that's been one of the favorite experiences that I've had outside the classroom, at least.
Mm-hmm. And service is something you can get involved with your first year at Elon. You can jump right in with that Elon experience. I think it's pretty accessible.
So I know a lot of you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna. In experiences that have been really meaningful, I've been working on a research project for the past 2-ish years now. That's just been really helpful to get me thinking about dance as a discipline, not just dance as something that you do. It's helped me see sort of the intersections between performance and other disciplines out there, which has helped me figure out, okay, like what am I interested in doing as a career?
Definitely.
I'm working on a research project as well. As I said, my major is policy studies, and I want to go into higher education administration. And so for my undergrad research project, I'm looking at evaluating policies on inclusive community in higher ed. And through this project, I'm reading a ton of resources from experts in the field, but I'm also making contact with those experts. So I now have contact with other administrators and schools across the country for professional and educational references, and that's just a great experience to be able to talk with these very intelligent, very knowledgeable professionals in whatever you're hoping to go into. So it's a great experience.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of people's experiences are showing that your major can inform some co-curricular or study abroad or some sort of other internship or experience that you have outside the world. It just shows how that can connect. Something I'm interested in is, a lot of you mentioned that you guys had minors. I'm interested in how you think that your major and your minor interact, and how you think that you could move forward with those both in a career path.
I don't have any minors.
Oh, okay.
Well, you double majored, so that's cool too.
Cool. There you go. You're such a slack.
Well, for me, I kind of viewed picking minors as a way of sort of like adding to my experience within my major of political science. That's why I chose policy studies and international studies as 2 minors, because I wanted to take classes that had that core political element to it, but weren't necessarily just like history or knowledge base. To get more experiences out of it, and going for the international route or the public sector route has really expanded my knowledge of what my major is, because there's overlap in both those departments.
Okay. For me, the international studies minor helps to tie in a bit between both political science and religious studies, and then I get to bring in my information science in looking at data and working with it in political science and doing things with our Elon poll.
Okay. Policy studies major again. And within that, I have a concentration in leading and communicating change, and I have minors in both leadership and communication and psychology. And all of those have really helped me see different ways to approach leadership, different theories, and then put it into action, and finding different ways to communicate with people effectively, and applying that to policy specifically, how to get people to be on board with your policy and really take it to heart. so they interact pretty well.
Definitely. I think that for me, in terms of, because the reason I ended up choosing communication as a minor was because I was really looking for something that would support my major. My major is the acting major here at Elon. And something that I was really interested in was film work. And I really career path. What are you guys thinking about?
I know that I definitely want to do some sort of graduate degree, and I found that not only the classes in my major and my minors, but the other classes within the College of Arts and Sciences have been great to sort of like put in like my head that I want to have that other degree. I want to continue my like learning experiences, and the whole college of itself has been great in like guiding me through that process and being like, okay, this is the steps you need to take. You want to get knowledge in other areas besides your major. So I've been able to take classes like, a history of like arts and or like I took a history of jazz class, which was great. And that just there was a new learning environment, which just put into my head again, I want to continue learning. I want to continue researching and everything like that beside or outside of college, like after 4 years.
For me, I definitely think I want to also go on to another round of school, going for master's, probably looking at divinity school, which from there I can go into ministry, I can go into nonprofit, I can do so many different things, and it really builds off of my experiences here at Elon.
I truly don't know what I want to do when I graduate. I'm like there are lots of options on the table and lots of things that I'm interested in pursuing. Grad school is definitely one. Working abroad, doing dance and community kind of work, so like dance with children or dance with underprivileged groups. Like those are things that are interesting to me. But I haven't like nailed anything down as that's what I want to do, and I think that's okay. I think that's part of the beauty of having like an undergraduate degree in liberal arts stuff, because then you have so many experiences to pull from in the future, whatever path you go down.
I am currently applying to veterinary school this summer. So hopefully if I get in, I can continue into wildlife, and I'm really interested in working in conservation and the species that are being really affected by human activity. Which I guess kind of relates back to my whole double major thing, because I want to go into veterinary science so I can apply it to conservation, and I'm interested in biology, but I want to apply it, which is again that whole environmental studies thing. So kind of got that dual playing off of each other.
Definitely. So a lot of students that are coming in, you said, what was it, 2/3 of students that came in don't know what they want to do in terms of their major. And I think that there are a lot of Elon students can sometimes be freaked out when they don't know immediately from the get-go, like, what am I going to be doing for my 4 years here kind of deal. So do you guys have any advice for incoming students about how to go about figuring out what they want to do? Or, I know that their advisor is going to have a lot of, impact on that, but was there any, person or class in your Elon first year that really impacted your search of your major?
The thing that I thought was most helpful was just going around in the departments that you think you're interested in and just talking to a bunch of faculty members. They might not like that I'm saying this.
No, they like
it. You can find their office hours, and just pop in and have a conversation with them, get to know them. And by doing that, you kind of get the feel of the department and what they're all about, and see if that kind of aligns with their own thoughts and interests.
They're also usually pretty willing to like take you to coffee or take you to lunch or something like that. I've found at least that they really do like sitting down with students and talking about their field. They're really enthusiastic. It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was in a department where every one of my professors was really busy all the time, so I couldn't sit down one-on-one. But even like sending an email saying, hey, can you like send me a list of classes that you think I would be interested in? Or honestly, like what Dr. Smith said earlier, going on the website and looking at those breakdowns of what classes are offered for minors, what classes are offered for majors, and you can even click on descriptions and like read up on those. So there's definitely a bunch of outlets for you to turn to in the process.
I found talking to other students in the majors really helpful, just seeing what they were looking towards doing with it, and even it was hard at the end of the year, talking especially with seniors, because they're only there one of my years, but I still keep in touch with them, and they're still very helpful.
And I think the students are just as enthusiastic to help as the professors are, too.
I think so, too. It can feel really stressful when you get here and feel like you don't know what you're doing, but it really is a matter of just kind of calming down, depending on your advisor to help connect you with people and other students, and it will come together.
We have just a couple minutes left, but we have one question to get to, one last question. How do you declare a major, and can you declare 2 majors? So you have 2 majors, but so
I have 2 majors, you can do it.
And now you can declare online. So now you can actually go on the registrar's website and make your declaration, and you can change it online as well if you're in Lori's position and want to change several times. So it's a very easy process. You can double major. You can also get dual degrees. So you can get 2 degrees when you graduate from Elon for each of your majors. You will have a major that's indicated as your primary major just to assign you an advisor. So you'll have an official advisor in one major, but many students will go to the chair of the other department and say, can you hook me up with an advisor here as well? And you'll have an unofficial advisor in that area as well.
Okay.
Is there a limit to how many minors you can have?
Not that I know
I
of.
don't think so.
But I wouldn't come planning to collect things. Yeah, you do want to limit yourself a little bit and do things that you're really passionate about or interested in or might fit with a career option for you. I don't think you want to just collect them because you can.
Definitely.
That's a good point. I was doing that at one point, and it turned into a mess. So don't do things just to check them off the list, for sure.
And you do want to have like free time.
Yeah.
in your schedule, because then you can pick those classes to take that might not be required, but at the same time turn out to be your favorite classes. Like I know this past year I took a upper level GST just to take it, and I was in the class with all seniors, and I was a junior, and it was my favorite class last year. I put in the most work for that class, but I also got the most out of it, and my professor and I are very close now, and I'm sure he'll be writing me letters of rec, hopefully.
And the latest you can declare is during your sophomore year?
For a major, some people do it in their junior year, but most people, I would say, by their second semester sophomore year.
Okay.
Looks like we're out of time for today for this session. We've got a few more sessions coming up later within the next, it looks like 6 minutes. So if you guys are interested in seeing some more schools, talkbacks from people and faculty, please stay tuned in. For the Arts and Sciences, thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in a few minutes.